So top line numbers here, looking at 26.27 billion in revenue for Q3, up nearly $1 billion compared to a year ago on 53 cents of adjusted EPS, right? Also EBITDA coming in at potentially estimates 3.78 billion. So we mentioned sales, right? In Q3, we saw that jump to quarterly record of 497,000 EVs sold. Not surprising given the expiration of the EV tax credit. We expected this pull forward, but it was more than people thought. Also record deployments of energy products. That's also a good high margin business for Tesla. But yeah, I mentioned that sales figure, right? So the cheaper Model Y and Model 3 Standard are going to come out next quarter as well. Is that going to help boost sales? We're going to hear about robo-taxi deployments too. We're going to hear more about that, which is their biggest AI play is robo-taxis, right? It's not robots are down the line. Obviously, they're kind of pulling away from the data, their whole Dojo supercomputer. That's not happening anymore. They're going to use NVIDIA chips and start doing that for their own AI training and for robo-taxis.
Let's about China quickly, because Dan Ives over at Wedbush, Tesla bull of Tesla bulls, we know that. He said this about China. He's already told his clients. He says, we believe the China story is starting to improve markedly for Tesla. And he goes on to say, should be a tailwind for Musk and company in 26. What do you make of that?
Well, we saw a good month of production out of China, the Giga Shanghai last month. Good numbers there. We saw the new Model Y L, which is like the extended version of Model Y, apparently pretty popular in China. Good registrations there. So I think the brand issues that Tesla faces in China, not really the same as they do in the U.S., right? And Musk is not seen as a negative character there, as far as I know. He's seen as like an entrepreneur and a rich, wealthy guy. Tesla still kind of has some cachet. I think that's why you're seeing that, and the sales numbers are fine there. And that Giga Shanghai is their most productive factory, cranking out cars for all over the world, not just China. So I think he might be right that China is a tailwind for them. The question is, what happens in North America and Europe? Can China overcompensate for any loss there?